Hey everybody, what's going on? Your girl Babsy, aka the West Indian Governor, aka your neighborhood asshole, about here today. Here today to talk to you about the truth about the Guyanese folks. Now, if you don't know what's going on, let me tell you. I'm doing the truth about everybody and their mother. You understand? Today is about Guyana. And I want you to know that I am not Guyanese. I am actually a Bajan Canadian. I am not trying to be Guyanese. I am just telling y'all about Guyanese people. You understand what's going on here now? Good boo-boo. Now, if you are sensitive and you can't stand jokes, shift from rascal about here, because if you come on my page and tell me about, oh, you're cursing, I'm gonna tell you some nastier fucking words. Lastly, if you don't know that Guyanese people are actually West Indian and actually Caribbean, come off my page and go back to fucking school, because I ain't interested in that conversation with none of one today. You understand what I'm saying? Good. Now, what you need to know about Guyanese people is that I love them. And if you know that of all the places in the world that I've ever been, I always tell you that Guyana has been my most favorite place. So let me get into why I like Guyana the most. First thing, Guyanese people are all about family. They love unity. They have big, huge families, 9 brothers, 10 sisters, 55 cousins. And if you live in North America like me, you will always know that every Guyanese person you ever meet will be related to every other Guyanese person that you've ever met. You understand what I say? Because I do know they are related and they love one another. Now, this whole love thing works really, really well for them. That's what makes them so good in relationships. That's why they just hook your ass real quick, because they are the most loving people in relationships, and they are the most willing to do what it takes to make a relationship work. So I know some Guyanese men that will bake some bread that will make Aunt Jemima shame. You understand? I know some Guyanese women that will cut down some trees and be like, hello, not blink twice. But what you need to understand is that Guyanese people are not very forthcoming with their personal information. So there's a very good chance that the Guyanese person that you're in a relationship with could possibly be married back in Guyana. You didn't ask them, so they ain't gonna tell you. But what you need to know is the ones back home know about you. It's just that you ain't know about them. So don't go about saying that Guyanese people tricky. It's just that you ain't upfront and asking what going on upfront. That's why you getting tricked. Understand what going on here? Good. Next thing, what you need to understand is Guyanese people, they don't have no preference when it comes to drinks. Like, yes, they have El Dorado, but they will drink any rascal you give them. Now, a drunk Guyanese person usually ends up being very, very happy. They might hug you. They might be singing all kinds of songs, telling you all kinds of things about them that they wouldn't normally tell you when they're not drunk. So if you want to know stuff about Guyanese people, give them a few drinks. They gonna start talking. You understand? Now, personality-wise, Guyanese people tend to kind of cruise. So this is very, very fucking dangerous. I'm going to tell you why. Because Caribbean people don't understand Guyanese folks. We just curse and make the big confrontation. Guyanese people just plot against your raw soul. So what you need to know is if you get in an altercation with a Guyanese person, you see them very quiet, you better fucking pray to Jah, Allah, Rastafari, whoever the fuck it is, because you gonna left that place there, it ain't gonna be raining, and your ass gonna get struck by lightning. Because Guyanese people possess some sort of powers that I know nothing about. Some woman boiling something in Maheka, and I gonna tell you this, they gonna get your raw soul killed, and them ain't gonna blink twice. So I don't know if you know that cursing and these fighting thing, it ain't gonna work with a Guyanese. They're gonna smile against you and plot against your raw soul. Understand that. Now, the only Guyanese that you will really got to be afraid of verbally is the bullers in Guyana. Them bullers dangerous as cunt. Don't do it. You will need CPR. You will need to get hooked up to heart machine, heart palpitations. You get epilepsy with a curse out from a Guyanese buller. When them start going in that booger body talk, take off from boat. Dead, cause they gonna fuck up you and you ain't gonna make it. You understand what I mean? The rest of them just cruise easy, but a Guyanese bullet will fuck up you. Now, what you need to know is that Guyanese people, when they get pissed off to the point where they have to get violent, you gonna be fucked up, because they are very skilled with a machete. I don't know them that's cut cheese with a machete, them that's cut bread with a machete, them that's butter their bread with a machete. Man and woman know how to use machete. So when you go around a Guyanese woman talking about you gonna kick up this and that, she done got she fucking big knife down she bag and she gonna stab her ass. So you know. So don't fuck around these Guyanese people when it come to them and them knives, cause they gonna kill you. Now, some things you need to know. Guyanese people have mastered the art of Chinese food. I don't know what the hell they doing with this thing, but they take it from the Chinese and making it better than the Chinese. So the chow meins and all them thing, you're not going to find a chow mein done better than any Guyanese person on the entire planet. You understand? So now we know they cook good, they sex good, they treat you good, but they got knife and they will stab your asshole. Now, before I go, I want to say a few things about Guyanese. You all will be talking about them and laughing at them when you see them in your country because you're like, oh, 500 of them live in one house. Let me give you a little math lesson. Let's use the Americas for example. $1 is $200 in Guyana, which means that if a Guyanese person makes $50 for the entire day, how much money is that in Guyana? Can you tell me? $10,000. Now, a person sitting down on a desk in Guyana is probably making between 4,000 to 5,000 Guyanese dollars a week. They come in and stirring concrete and getting how much? 10,000 a day. They sitting all together in one house because what they're doing is they're sending back home their money. Them buying land, them building them house, and them outsmarting fucking you because you taking you money and buying Remy Rasso here and you ain't got a pot to piss in and you're looking down upon Guyanese. In about 2 years, them gonna got half of Bartaka fucking own. You hear what I tell you? Don't get tied up. Next thing, don't take instructions and directions from no Guyanese person because every motherfucking place close. These people tell me, oh, you're going Linden. Linden ain't close. Linden ain't far. When I in the car for about 5 days, God bless. Guyana big as asshole, you know. So understand that when they telling you nothing ain't far, know where they coming from. Because I'll tell you this, you're gonna be ending up on a trip days with a Guyanese person when they tell you that shit ain't far. And lastly, you know, I always leave with a point of confidence for the people. Guyanese folk, you need to understand that yes, the world kind of has this negative stereotype of you all. That is no reason for many of you to come around and lie and say that you're not Guyanese or try and say that you're Trini or try and say that you're something else. Own where you come from and be proud of where you are. Rep your Guyanese flag and let the motherfuckers know that you from about there. Don't be fucking bleaching your hair and dyeing it blonde and telling people that you from America. We know you from Rasso Linden. You ain't fooling nobody. You understand?